Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, man. I don't know if you guys seen, but some HD footage. Yes, actually like HD, good quality, in color footage of Wilt Chamberlain has surfaced. And social media is going crazy over it. People that didn't do their research about what Wilt Chamberlain actually was, you know, the people you hear about, the trolls. He played against plumbers, he played against 5'6" white guys, blah, 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 blah. Those guys that never did any research. Why is he walking like this down this hill? Let me get down this hill, man. This looks weird. People that didn't actually do any research about what Wilt was are now seeing HD footage and they're switching up, you know, they're switching up their opinions pretty damn quickly. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen that footage, definitely go check it out. It's all over Twitter. I think I saw it on TikTok a little bit. YouTube videos, it's everywhere, bro. Like, the dude was an absolute dog. He was a freak of nature, man. It's nice to see it in HD. I mean, I watched it even when it was blurry, like, and I was impressed. Watching it in HD, it feels, it's crazy, bro. Comment down below what your opinion on Wilt is. Like, where do y'all rank him? What do you think of him as a player? What if he was in the NBA today? Would he be the best center in the league? Would he be garbage? Y'all let me know what y'all think about Wilt, man. But this is my Wilt Chamberlain build. This is actually the first build I made, my first big man build that I made on this game. Now, this build is a 7-foot center, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly how to make it. I'm gonna show you some gameplay. Now, one thing I want to tell you is I did test out multiple center builds, okay? I have a 7-3 center that could shoot threes. I have this center that is like a Wilt build, so it's not shooting threes. Obviously, there wasn't even a three-point line when Wilt played, but it's more of like an inside center build. I have multiple center builds, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to comp games, like comp 5v5 Pro-Am games, this build is my absolute favorite. I'm actually starting Pro-Am team very soon, and this is gonna be the build I'm playing on. Fana's gonna be my point guard. It's gonna be me and Fana in the pick and roll. I'm gonna be on my 7-footer. Like, this build is an absolute beast, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of gameplay, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to make this build. This is my Wilt Chamberlain build, 2K22 next gen. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Let's get right into it. All right, so for anyone that's been around the channel for a long time, you guys know back when I started my channel in 2K17, my player was based around Wilt Chamberlain. All right, so now the first thing you're gonna notice about this build, it is a pure inside. All right, it's a pure inside build. You might say, yo, it's next gen, you can make anything you want. Why would you go with a pure inside? Now, the first thing is I'm gonna be using this build in 5v5 Pro-Am, and yes, people do use poppers in Pro-Am, but for me, with the point guard I'm gonna be playing with, he likes playing with a pure inside, and I don't mind playing on the pure inside center because just look at what I'm able to do on this build. This build is an absolute dog in the paint. Look, I mean, come on, you're just paint mashing OD with this build on this game. He's unstoppable inside, and also you already see I'm catching a ton of lobs on this build. That is because I have a very high driving dunk and a very high standing dunk. A lot of people don't throw lobs on this game, one, because they're not as good as they were in the past. Two, you actually have to time your lob. You have to press a button at the right time to be able to dunk the lob now. And because a lot of centers on this game do not have a high driving dunk, which lowers the chance you're going to catch a running lob. Now, one thing you just saw right there, right? Obviously, that was using Worm Badge to get around him on the rebound position. But not only is it the Worm Badge, it's the strength. I have a very high strength rating on this build, but I also made him pretty glitchy that I'm pretty fast. You guys see how fast I'm rolling to the hoop, how fast I'm covering space on defense, how fast I'm crashing into the paint to you know, go for rebounds and stuff. It really feels like a Wilt build because, like I said, Wilt was an absolute freak of nature, man. He was so athletic, and it's really nice to see him finally getting some credit that this HD footage was released, because the dude, like, he was well ahead of his time, man. I think if he was in the league today, he'd be the best center in the league by a mile. Like, he was unbelievable. But basically, you're looking at a pure inside center build that's an absolute athletic freak. You're strong, you can paint mash OD, catch lobs, get standing contact dunks, rebound, defend, you got steal, you got 99 block, 99 rebound, 99 interior. Like, the build is an absolute beast. As I said, I made it for 5v5 Pro-Am, so you could tweak it and kind of make it for the park if you know, if you're just a park player. But this is the build I'm gonna be running comp 5v5 Pro-Am with. I'm gonna have Fana as my point guard. I'm putting together the rest of the roster right now. It's gonna be dope. You can post hook, you can do everything, man. Let me show you how to make this build. All right, so let's get into exactly how I made this Wilt Chamberlain center build. All right, so I went 7 foot. Now, let me tell you, this is the first center build that I made on this game, and I did end up going and making a 7-3 And I do like the 7.3s. They are really good this year, but there's just something about being athletic and having a little bit more speed that I really like. And that's why I've been playing on this 7-footer so much, especially when it comes to Pro-Am, like I said. All right, now, like I said, this build inside is an absolute dog, all right? So 99 close shot. You're gonna max out the driving dunk at 75. This is gonna unlock all the big man contact dunks, big man alley-oop contact dunks, all those things. That 75 driving dunk is very important if you want to get all those packages. If you don't care about those packages, then you could adjust the build however you want. 99 standing dunk. This is going to give you the Hall of Fame posterizer, which is also going to help you get the big man contact dunks and all that type of stuff. And you know, yeah, it just helps you dunk more often and whatnot. Obviously, you know, it's standing dunk. It's been in the game forever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, post control, I went 85. Now, if you don't think you're going to be doing any types of spins and drop steps, then you don't need this. You could put this on something else. But for me, I like to occasionally be able to do something on my own. And as you saw in the video, it definitely helps out when you're trying to bully in the paint and move people around. So that's why I went with this. We'll talk about where you could put it elsewhere if you don't really want to use the post control. I'll talk about it in a second. All right, now for me, for the physicals, I maxed out my speed, my excel, my strength goes to 83, which is really nice. I went 75 vertical on the dot because again, you need that for all those dunk packages I was talking about. And then the stamina, I'll put it at 80. You're gonna be able to put it up a little bit more later on. All right, now we want Hall of Fame rebound chasers. So I went 94 on the defensive rebound because I feel defensive rebound is more about like positioning. I went 99 on the offensive rebounding, which gives us the Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And I feel like offensive rebounding, you know, it's like if you have that 99, you'd be a little bit more glitchy, maybe getting a couple snag animations over people on the offensive glass. Defensive rebound, like I said, is more about positioning. Just as long as you get the box out, majority of the time you're gonna get the board. So that's why I lowered it down to 94, and that allows us, lowering it down to 94 saves us some attributes. I'm able to get 99 block, maxed out steal, maxed out perimeter, and maxed out interior defense. Look at the defense on this thing. I've seen a lot of people making centers without steal. To me, that is the most, like, that's the biggest mistake you could do on a center. You have to be able to play lanes to intercept, you know, that slip pass to the center, to help your teammates and lurk passes to the corners, especially if you're playing Pro-Am. You have to place, you have to have steal because that's going to help you get passing lanes. And this amount of steal lets you get silver interceptor. To me, it's perfect. All right, now pass accuracy, I went to 81. This is going to give me 12 playmaking badges. Hall of Fame break starter, Hall of Fame bullet. My dude throws absolute dots on the breaks in 5s, 3s, and it's just nice having those playmaking badges, even if you like to play 2s, because check it out. You can go with dimer, post playmaker, floor general, needle threader. You got stuff to help your guard out, make it easier for him to shoot and whatnot. Now, last thing for me playing Pro-Am, I put my free throw, I put this up to an 88. You see we have a little bit more left. We put that on stamina. Now, I do call it a Wilt Chamberlain build. A lot, as I said, some HD footage of Wilt Chamberlain came out, and I already knew about this, but Wilt Chamberlain had a deadly post fade, okay? And a lot of people are just discovering it, like we talked about in the intro. And the thing with this build is only having a 49 mid-range, that is your post fade rating. Now, the reason I did this is because in Pro-Am, you know, competitive Pro-Am, I'm never gonna be posting up shooting a post fade, okay? It's all, you know, it's more paint mashing, dunking the lobs, you know, getting those standing dunks, driving dunks, that type of stuff. But if you were going to play park, the way you could finesse this, if you don't really like doing post spins and drop steps because they aren't super effective this year, you could easily take this down, put this up, you know, right there it's up to a 72. You could tweak some of this other stuff too, like some of this, like you do 1 here on the interior defense, you could get a little bit, you know, you could do, you know, you mess around with it and get it to the rating you need. Maybe you don't play Pro-Am at all, you could take this down, get a little bit more. There you go, you have it maxed out. But for me, I'm not really concerned. I know I'm calling it a Wilt build, and I'm sorry it's not exactly as accurate as possible, but I have to make the build so that I can perform well in Pro-Am. Like, that is the main reason I made this build day 1. And that's what I'm sticking with. So those are the attributes I went with. Obviously, tweak it however you want, fits your play style, your needs. But that's what I went with. That gives me rim, glass, and post takeover. You know, obviously, once you get Mamba mentality, you can change this, so it don't even matter. Put on whatever you want. Those stuff blocks it. And as you're gonna see, they call it a paint beast center build, 7 foot tall, all the dunk packages you could want. Really, really good pure inside center build. I love it. Hopefully y'all like it too. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.